Hello and welcome to the Whitelist Gaming channel. My name is Dentay, and in this video I will be going over the origin of the green poison strain of smallpox and what made it so deadly. The original strain of smallpox was first thought to have emerged in the year 10,000 BC, but hard evidence of its existence came from unearthed mummies that indicated the virus existed at least 3,000 years ago. Thankfully, a successful vaccination campaign against smallpox by the World Health Organization caused smallpox to be declared eradicated in the human population in December of 1979. Notably, smallpox is only one of two infectious diseases to have been eradicated, with the other being rinderpest in 2011. Despite it being eradicated in the human populace, there are live samples of smallpox at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, called the DCD or Disease Control Division in the Division universe, and the Russian State Research Center of Virology and Biotechnology, or Vector. Dr. Gordon Amherst, the creator of the green poison virus, had the opportunity to work at Vector alongside Dr. Vitaly Chernenko through an exchange program. While working together, Amherst took an interest in Chernenko's work, wanting to use his work to take a dangerous virus and make small changes to the genome to make it less deadly but more fertile so that it would beat out the harmful one. Instead, Amherst used Chernenko's research to create an even more deadly pathogen. According to a phone recording by Division Agent Aaron Keener, Amherst didn't need to steal the smallpox virus necessarily. Its genome was already decoded and digitalized. Whether or not Amherst did steal the smallpox virus to serve as a base for green poison is unknown, but he did have easy access to it if he did so while working at Vector and due to the nature of his research. Either way, the genome of smallpox was used as a base and modified on a genetic level with 6 other deadly pathogens to create green poison. Because these genomes were already digitalized, he only needed his personal computer to combine smallpox with parts of H1N1, swine flu, Ebola, Marburg, dengue, and hantavirus. Parts of the genome from these pathogens were used to make a variety of changes to smallpox. These changes allowed it to mutate rapidly to make it harder to create a vaccine, increase its lethality, have less incubation time in a host, and be contagious while it is incubating. All these changes were made so that the virus would spread faster and kill more people. Once his modifications were complete, Dr. Gordon Amherst fed this data into a protein replicator which acted as a 3D printer of sorts to create the virus. Amherst's goal was a lethality of about 90%, and according to some sources in the companion book New York Collapse, he did get pretty close to his goal. Once his changes were complete, Amherst released the virus on November 25th, or Black Friday, using money as a vector. It quickly spread due to a multitude of different factors caused by Amherst's modifications. People did not even know they were infected, yet they were contagious and spread it as they traveled around the country and the world. Even once an individual showed symptoms, they mimicked the symptoms of the flu. These symptoms included fever, generalized body aches, headache, nausea, and vomiting. This caused people to believe it was simply just a flu outbreak, further increasing the spread of the virus due to inadequate containment and treatment. Green poison, because its base genome was smallpox, also spread easily because transmission occurs through the inhalation of airborne droplets from the mouth, nose, or throat of infected individuals. These factors, combined with the fact that smallpox was considered eradicated, it took medical personnel until December 8th to finally determine the virus to be smallpox. According to phone recordings, once this discovery took place, old smallpox vaccines were administered but did not have any effect on the modified virus. Due to the nature of the virus, once people got sick, the medical system was soon hit hard, as everyone got sick within a short period of time. Sick people also started grouping up in emergency rooms and doctors' offices, which further spread the virus to healthy individuals. Combined with the fact that medical personnel were also getting sick, the medical system soon collapsed and Manhattan was put under quarantine as bodies were piling up in the streets. By the time the game takes place, there is already a significant amount of genetic drift occurring due to the modifications Amherst made, making finding a vaccine difficult. Genetic drift is the change in the allele frequency of a population's genetic makeup, which in this case is green poison. According to the CDC, this drift can either cause small or major changes in the genome. If the shift is small, the body's immune system or vaccines will usually recognize it and respond. This is similar to why there is a flu vaccine each year. Even if you aren't vaccinated against the specific strain of the flu you are infected with, the period of time you are sick can often be decreased due to the vaccination. However, if a shift is major enough, it can leave entire populations at risk because they have little to no protection. Again, H1N1 serves as another real-world example of this. When it was discovered, no current vaccines protected against it and left people unprotected. According to Amherst, his goal was to help Mother Nature improve her creation. He believed that if humanity goes, then the Earth can have a fighting chance. He released this virus as a way to promote natural selection and let the Earth recover from the devastation humanity has done. To summarize the previous points, green poison was so deadly because of the modifications made by Amherst. He was able to modify green poison to be contagious even while incubating, so it spread even though people didn't even know they were infected. Compared to real-world examples, the fact that it spread while incubating in a host allowed the virus to be as lethal as it was. This is because by the time it killed an individual, it had already spread to a significant amount of other people. Once people started showing symptoms, the symptoms imitated the flu. This, combined with the fact that Amherst released the virus at the beginning of the flu season, and smallpox is considered to be eradicated, caused failure of containment and treatment. Additionally, due to the decreased incubation period, a significant amount of people got sick at the same time. This, combined with the fact that medical personnel also got sick due to inadequate quarantine precautions, the medical infrastructure quickly collapsed. Even when smallpox was determined to be the base strain of the virus, the changes made by Amherst made current vaccines useless in treating the infected. Those who could have organized research and development into a new vaccine could have assumed to be infected as well, making it difficult for an organized effort to be made. When people were finally organized to create a vaccine, the increased inherent genetic drift of the virus made it difficult to create a vaccine due to the number of different strains. The delay in containment, treatment, and creation of the vaccine, combined with the changes Amherst made, ultimately caused green poison to be as widespread and lethal as Amherst wanted it to be. This video is the first in a series of videos the Whitelist gaming channel is planning to do on the stories in the Division. If you have any suggestions, or if there is anything you'd like us to go over, leave us a comment and let us know.